Stan Borgman preached defense every time his Fulton team stepped on the court. For 24 years, Borgman's Fulton squad cemented his legacy as a defensive taskmaster. Now, his name will forever be etched in Fulton history as Fulton High School recently named its hardwood Stan Borgman Court. Even after a 26-year absence from coaching, Borgman, a Hall of Famer, still recollects what started his defensive dynasty.
The first year I was here, we had a couple of good players. One was Archie Wiebengay, and was a real good defensive player, and was able to really show, to draw a charge from a guy. He had good position and could slide in, and when I saw that, I said, man, that's going to be my philosophy. Those kids can play good defense, and when you're a good defensive team, you can dictate a lot of the game too.
Congratulations, Coach Borgman, and thank you.
Borgman's service will forever be remembered for defense. However, when looking at his resume, it becomes apparent his career needs no defending for its impact on high school basketball. As Fulton coach from 1958 through 1982, Borgman recorded 9 seasons with 20 or more victories. He registered numerous conference championships and strung together 11 regional titles. Borgman netted 394 wins at Fulton and owns more than 500 for his career.
We felt the defensive player could dictate a lot of the game by the way he played. We would take away the good things that teams did.
Borgman's career commenced after playing collegiate football and basketball at Central College in Pella. After coaching in Iowa for 9 years, Borgman trekked to Fulton in 1958. In his first season, Borgman helped Fulton to a 23-7 record and a regional title.
We had heard that Fulton had a real good reputation and a lot of good kids coming back. So, in fact, the year I started, we had a center, 6'9". The only guy that's taller than me.
During Borgman's first 13 years at Fulton, Illinois high school basketball featured a one-class system. Starting in 1971, Illinois split into 2 classes. Currently, Illinois features 4 classes.
71-72 was the first year of the 2-class system, and Thompson, our neighbor right to the north, beat us in the regional. And I said to our kids, I said, if they can do that, we can do it. So I really motivated them, 72-73, that there was a possibility that we could go.
After Illinois adopted the 2-class system, Borgman experienced his career highlight. It happened in the 1972-73 season. That season featured a team that went 21-6. They also won Borgman his 7th regional title. And after Jim Kinney's free throw with no time remaining in the super sectional, it sent Borgman to the state tournament. It was Borgman's first and final trip to the state's showcase of the best high school teams.
We had
how are you?
Really good balance. I think that's the thing that was good about that.
From 1968 until 1975, Borgman's teams attained 6 regional titles in 7 years. One player from that era, Jim Borgman, Stan's son, remembered the constant fundamental nature of practices during that time.
Practices were always tough. A lot of conditioning, a lot of fundamentals, a lot slower pace in the game, so not quite as upscale as it is, I'd say, nowadays.
Jim says the ceremony showcased what his father means to the Fulton community.
And I think that's the one thing that he taught him, to be good human beings also, not just good basketball players. So that's probably the nicest thing.
Jim wasn't the only Steamer to feel the family affair atmosphere Stan created. When Stan's teams held opponents to less than 40 points in a game, Stan's wife Jean would make pizza for all of the players. That dedication to detail and to his team is why Stan Borgman will always have a place on the Fulton court.
To have this thing happen now it overwhelmed me, so I was real happy.
For ClintonHerald.com, I'm Scott Levine.